What's up, everybody? It's Jordan, and welcome to the Sports Behind Show. And in this video, I want to be doing a 7-round mock draft of the Carolina Panthers. Like I said, we are live on YouTube. Earlier today, I was able to do a 7-round mock draft of the Detroit Lions, so make sure to go check that out. So before we get started here, make sure to like this video and comment, because if this video gets 75 likes and 75 comments, I'll be giving away a DJ Moore rookie starter wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers. So make sure to like and comment. And if I get 75, I will be giving that card away. So we'll go ahead and start here with in the first round for the Carolina Panthers 7-round mock draft. I had them taking North Dakota State quarterback Trey Lance. Several years ago, Carson Wentz came from North Dakota State, and he's done decent. He's kind of been not really good recently, but some people may say it's too early to take Trey Lance here because he was a small school product. Lance, you watch some of his games. One game he'll be really, really good. Another game he'll just be okay. At times he's inconsistent, but it's more about the project and potential that Trey Lance has. To me, I'm not just saying this because he played at the same school as Carson Wentz, but he reminds me a little bit of Carson Wentz in the fact, he runs a decent amount and he has a good arm. Because in college, Wentz ran quite a bit. They're both pretty decent size. And I think Lance would be a pretty good spot here for Carolina because Teddy Bridgewater has 1 year on his contract left. Then he will be a free agent. So he is a free agent 1 year from now. You can have Bridgewater, start the season if you want or whatever you do. You can have Bridgewater play a couple games, start, and then Lance take over. But I wouldn't really figure, Trey Lance would start week 1 for the Panthers if they were to select him in their first round pick. But I really like this pick here. I think when Lance is available, that's the best case scenario for the Carolina Panthers. I think, Lance, I don't think he'll be great, this season because he probably won't play much, maybe not even at all. But I think, they may, rest him for the most part of his rookie year. And then the second season, he'll get a, full go start the full year for the Panthers. So have quarterback from North Dakota State, Trey Lance in the first round pick for the Panthers. The second round, I had them taking Tyson Campbell, cornerback for Georgia. I have not really had a really good corner since, Josh Norman had that really, really good year several years ago. They can use some more, defensive help. And you're not afraid of, taking lots of defensive players. For instance, last season, first-year head coach Matt Rule, all their draft picks last season were defensive players, which is something you really don't see in the NFL because it's, becoming a more offensive league than it is defensive league. But Tyson Campbell in the second round, they would have a good secondary with Tyson Campbell. Jeremy Chin, he had a great season this past year. He even, could have made the case, should have been a Rookie of the Year nominee along with Chase Young. But Jeremy Chin played great. You add Tyson Campbell at secondary. I think that would be a really good pick there in the second round for the Panthers. With their third round pick, I have them taking linebacker because, Luke Kuechly retired not too long ago, and I had them taking Chaz Surratt, the linebacker from North Carolina. I have them staying in state and taking Surratt from UNC. Surratt's a really interesting story. When, he first started off at North Carolina, he was actually a quarterback. So then, a couple years later, he is now a linebacker prospect who's, projected to be drafted on day 2 of the draft. Really, really nice player. Has lots of potential. And I think that'll be a good pick for Carolina in the third round. Tyson Campbell and Chaz Surratt, those are two really good young guys. They can kind of help build their young defense along with Chin and Derek Brown as well from Auburn, rookie year ago. Just like that, they have a really young defense who could be really, really good in the future. So in the fourth round here, offensive tackle is a need for the Carolina Panthers. And regardless if your quarterback is Teddy Bridgewater, Trey Lance, or whoever it may be, you need to protect your quarterback. So in their fourth round pick, I had them taking Brady Christensen, offensive tackle from BYU. He was one of the best offensive tackles in the draft this past season. In college football this past season. And Pro Football Focus even ranked him in the top 30 players this past season in college football. He's one of the most underrated prospects when it comes to offensive tackles. Christensen is still available here in the 4th round. I think that'd be a smart and really good value pick here by the Carolina Panthers in the 4th round. So the Carolina Panthers have a pick from rounds 1 to 6. They do not have a 7th round pick. So if you're just tuning in, doing a 7-round mock draft at the Carolina Panthers. Like I said, I am live on YouTube right now. And make sure to like this video and comment, because if this video gets 75 likes and 75 comments, I'll be giving away this DJ Moore star receiver for the Carolina Panthers, rookie of DJ Moore. I will be giving that away if this video gets 75 likes and 75 comments. So make sure to do that. And if it gets 75, I will be giving it away. So as we continue here in the 5th round, I have the Carolina Panthers taking defensive tackle Marvin Wilson. And I know maybe they don't need defensive tackle because, they got Derrick Brown this past season in the draft, and he's, been pretty good for Carolina. But if you have Marvin Wilson and Derrick Brown as your defensive tackle duo, and they're both on rookie contracts, that is just, that is crazy. And that could be really, really scary for an offensive line, in years to come. I don't really expect, Marvin Wilson, the defensive tackle from Florida State, to be here in the 5th round. But if he would be, I think that's more of a best case scenario, best player available type of situation. More so, best player available. And there's times, a position you may not need that position, but at the same time, you can't really pass up on a player on Marvin Wilson's caliber in the 5th round. And if Marvin Wilson was there in the 5th round, I would probably expect the Carolina Panthers to select him unless there's a better player available, which I don't really think there would be, in the 5th round. But if you get him and Derrick Brown, it's a really, really nice defensive tackle duo for Carolina. So as we go to the 6th round here, this is my favorite pick of this entire, Carolina Panthers 7-round mock draft. I absolutely love this pick because Curtis Samuel, wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers, it was really good this past season. He's a speed wide receiver, doesn't really get much attention. He's projected to probably get around 7 to 10, around that, million range this upcoming season because he is a free agent. But I don't figure Curtis Samuel will re-sign with the Carolina Panthers. So I have them taking North Texas wide receiver Jalen Darden. Have you seen my mock draft videos before? More specifically from the Cincinnati Bengals mock drafts I do. I'm a big Bengal fan, and most of my mock drafts have a Jalen Darden going to Cincinnati. I absolutely love Darden a lot. He's one of my favorite draft prospects. As of right now, he's probably my favorite sleeper in the NFL draft. He's in my top 5 favorite prospects. It's a tie between him and Kadarius Toney, who my favorite wide receiver is in the draft. But Jalen Darden here is an absolute steal. He plays a lot like Curtis Samuel. He also plays a lot like Tyreek Hill. I've said a pro comparison to him is Tyreek Hill, but it's also Curtis Samuel too, a speed running wide receiver who's going to get you lots of yards, after the catch. Really versatile. You don't know what he's going to do after, yards after the catch. But Jalen Darden here in the 6th round, that is a tremendous pick. That's an A+ pick. And I know you see some of these, other picks I've done, like Chad Surratt in the 3rd, and Brady Christensen in the 4th, Marvin Wilson in the 5th. Jalen Darden in the 6th, to me, is the best pick in this entire mock draft. And, really, I don't really think it's that not even close. I think, if you take Jalen Darden on Carolina's offense, he's going to have an immediate impact and possibly take the role of Curtis Samuel in the offense right away. As a fantastic pick there in the 6th round, So, that's kind of my Carolina Panthers 7-round mock drafts. We'll go over these picks one more time here. North Dakota State quarterback Trey Lance goes in the first. The second round, Tyson Campbell, cornerback of Georgia, in the second. In the third round, Chaz Surratt, linebacker from North Carolina, in the third. In the fourth round, offensive tackle from BYU, Brady Christensen. In the fifth round, Florida State defensive tackle Marvin Wilson. And in my opinion, the best pick in this draft, sixth round, Jalen Darden, the wide receiver of North Texas. Like I said before, make sure to like this video and comment. If this video gets 75 likes and 75 comments, I will be giving away this DJ Moore, star wide receiver of the Carolina Panthers, a rookie of him. I will be giving it away, if this were to reach 75 comments and 75 likes. So that's my 7-round mock draft of the Carolina Panthers. Next up will be the Denver Broncos, the Dallas Cowboys, followed by the New York Giants. So if you can like this video, I would really appreciate it. But more importantly, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that too. Once again, thank you all so much for listening. And I will see you next time on the Sports Dude Hunt Show.